From wasting 30 seconds to blocking your own teammate, these are 1 in a billion moments. Starting with the time Anthony Edwards nearly gave himself a concussion.
Have a chance. Up ahead, Nieceman. Blocked! Edwards getting up!
Anthony Edwards
He hit his head
under the backboard.
Dang, my guy refused to lose. But Jalen Green is an even bigger menace, because this dude broke a man's ankles and then sent him to the graveyard.
He just lost Butler.
Jalen Green! And the look away!
Sheesh, somebody get this man a passport. But Paul George only wishes he was that cold, because this man had a chance to send the game to overtime. But instead, he managed to do the impossible.
Paul George, this could tie it. Oh, Reggie! Of all times to get it!
At the worst time to get a wedgie.
Yikes. Pro gave himself a wedgie in the game's biggest moment. Yet, Tyrese Halliburton also earned himself a role in the next Mission Impossible. Because this dude is so good at passing the rock, he decided to pass himself the rock.
Siakam.
They gotta be careful here. These guys dishing and swishing now.
We're over 75 years in, and this man is doing things we've never thought were possible. However, not all players are making headlines for the right reasons. Because imagine having the easiest shot of your career, only to do this.
He'll tap it back out. Nice.
Nope.
Why do you pass up on that? Hopefully White hits. He doesn't. Vucevic was signaling to Carter that you got to take that shot.
You got to make a layup, bro. That's 2 points.
I guess Ben Simmons isn't the only one allergic to scoring, but at least he didn't try to block his own teammate.
Didn't play so well when Harden came on as a starter. Out of the corner.
And this man got so embarrassed, he tried covering his tracks.
Did you feel like you was making it easier or harder for Kawhi when you contested that three in the corner?
Gotta bring some excitement to the team. I'm just trying to create a good energy, create a great vibe for this team. It would have been better if he had made the shot, but
Dang, was this on purpose? That's even more embarrassing. But number 17 is humiliating.
Draymond's playing the center spot.
Yeah, Draymond's got his hands full, and you got to think about with the Sixers.
Draymond's going to get a foul right off the bat.
Seriously, bro? It's 0 seconds into the game, and Draymond is already starting trouble. However, Chris Middleton couldn't be further from the opposite, because now that he's no longer Giannis's right-hand man, he can finally have some fun.
Hesitation, crosses it over, but loses it. Is that a pass to Pease?
Nice.
Oh, he pays it off! Exactly the way they drew it up.
And great job between Chris and Bees.
In a few seconds, this man went from Shaqtin' a fool to a certified genius. Meanwhile, the referees are certified meat writers.
6 on the shot clock. Second foul on Bold.
If I was guarding a 7'4" alien, I'd be salty too. Yet, I'd be even saltier if my opponents did this.
Last 5-6 minutes of the game, they are not going to do anything. And right now, the clock is running. The clock is running. They have to, and the shot clock isn't running. They will run this game out if they could. You got to make them pick up the ball.
How are these dudes gonna milk 20 seconds with 6 minutes remaining? But the Nuggets aren't alone in their suffering. See, the Lakers had an impossible task. They had to defend the Golden State Warriors for 40 whole seconds. That's when the shot clock had a mind of its own.
James will bring it up. Still 7-point game. And the clock's not moving. Boy, oh boy, James in frustration just throws the ball down.
And that right there had LeBron fuming. But that wasn't even the worst of it, because the problem would only get worse. With only 2 minutes remaining, a broken shot clock delayed the game a whole 23 minutes.
Wow, this is downright comical. Or it would be comical if it wasn't so sad.
Still not working.
Still not working. Wow. Wow. All right, now the crowd's getting a little cantankerous.
LeBron just looks at the table and says, I'm too old for this.
Too old for this shit.
The shot clock is not moving.
Man, I think we just discovered the only way LeBron will retire: boredom. But the funniest part of it all? The refs had to delay the game almost half an hour for nothing. Because after several attempts to restart the game and fix the clock, the refs were having no luck. Instead, it was up to the arena PA announcer to announce the time left on the clock. No wonder LeBron contemplated retirement. Meanwhile, our 12th moment might be the most confused I've been all season. Because imagine your team is down 18, and the opposing coach decides to enter the game.
Brown puts an exclamation point on it.
I'm not sure which was better, the block attempt or Jaylen Brown's dunk contest. But not everyone thought it was funny, especially Charles Barkley.
I would have knocked the hell out of Joe. I'm not gonna lie. I would have hit him.
Dang, this man had Barkley ready to throw hands. But if there's one thing Chuck and the Celtics can agree on, it's our next moment. Because it doesn't matter who you are, everyone respects a 4-point play. But in 2023, Damian Lillard took things a step further. And it all started with a single shot.
Lillard turns, squares his shoulders, fires, and scores!
Down 4.
See, it's not just an and one. It was called a flagrant foul, meaning Dame had the opportunity to complete the 4-point play and get another possession.
Dame trying to shake Dillon Brooks, gets off the three. Got it, there it is! 7-point play!
This man just erased a 7-point deficit in a single possession. Dame time has never felt so real. But our final 9 moments still don't feel real. And at number 9, Victor Wembanyama takes the number 10 to another level.
And Barnes matchup.
Opening tip presented by Pizza Hut, and Jakob Pertl at the rim.
With the start defensively so far.
And Victor with another block this time. Spots quickly in the corner for 3. That rims out. Jakob with the offensive rebound, blocked by Victor.
Glad they didn't call it, because that was a good-looking move.
There's a block for Wemby, number 4. Wemby towers over the 7-foot Jakob Pertl. That's just not going to happen, I mean, when he gets turned. Tries to get physical again, just in no man's land.
Nope.
Twice rejected by Wembanyama. That's 7 blocks now.
There's Bruce Brown. They've got a 4-on-2.
And Victor gets right back in the play, comes up with his 8th block and brings down his 11th rebound. How about that? Final minute here of the 3rd quarter. Scotty Barnes going to the pocket. Oh, Victor got back and blocked that one. Number 9 for Victor. Grady Dick feeling Victor Wembanyama. Airball the layup, and then Victor gets the 10th block right there.
Sheesh, doesn't this man get bored after a while? But you won't get bored at number 8, because I just watched 3 players get ejected, all in the span of 7 seconds.
I said that it's not been a good matchup. They have now taken.
He just threw Herb out.
Right, 10 of the last 12. Right. That's so Herb's gone. And Trey Murphy's gone. So James came.
Somebody else just got thrown out. Dyson just got thrown out. 3 of the quietest guys on the Pelicans team just got thrown out.
Dang, these dudes were complaining to the refs when the game was already over. Someone tell them there's such a thing as too little, too late. However, there's no such thing as too much Luka magic. See, the Mavericks found themselves in desperation mode. Trailing by 24, fans had already begun leaving the arena. But then, the shots finally started to drop.
Williams had switched on to Luka. Lawson back-to-back from Luka on 3s. Glance to the other end of the floor. Shot clock winding down. Lock, can't finish! Fancy little layup. Behind the back to Seth Curry. Bullseye! The Tire take the lead. It is Luka against Kenrich Williams. Lobbing, finishing! They have climbed the mountain!
Here's the deal. The Mavericks were red hot, but they were only going to get hotter. Shortly after, they made a few more shots. Then a couple more after that. Until finally, at last, the unthinkable happened.
Luka just picked the pocket of Chet Holmgren. 30 in a row! 30 in a row! 30 in a row!
And if Luka's hyped, then I'm hyped. Like, seriously, how's this dude not the MVP? Actually, pause the hype. Did you see what happened next?
Go ahead with a 3.
SGA slips it right back to Holmgren. There's Dort on the drive. Dort hangs. No, the tip by Holmgren ties the game at 120. He'll be the man to get it in. Oh, and SGA stole the inbounds pass. Right on Jones, stops on the dime and scores. And somehow the Thunder survive here in Dallas.
And afterward, Luka was so heartbroken because these guys put their blood, sweat, and tears on the line just to throw it all away. But what I don't understand is Wemby. But to get there, we gotta talk about the real-life Batman, aka Manu Ginobili.
It was Halloween night, and the bat was flying around, and there's Manu Ginobili, and looking like a hockey goalie.
You knocked it out of midair!
This man put on his cape and went to work. But years later, the bat came back for round 2. Only this time, Ginobili was watching from the crowd, and Wemby wasn't having any of it.
Manu Ginobili, we have a bat on the floor. Victor's pointing it out. This has become a tradition in San Antonio. And the Coyote. There's our hero of the game.
That's why they pay the mascots the big bucks. However, Larry Bird is clutch for a completely different reason. See, he wasn't saving the arena from bats. He was busy putting the team on his back. And in 1987, Bird did something that would cement his legacy for good. Only it wasn't a championship or season-altering game. It was just a game between two teams who refused to go down without a fight. See, the Washington Bullets had the Celtics right where they wanted them. With 24 seconds remaining, the Bullets found themselves up 3. But that was before Larry Bird clapped back.
Get off. On the right now it goes to Bird. Bird fires, hit, and Jeff Kersey says no. As he said, a timeout was called. Bird is down on his hands and knees. He jumped in a three-pointer, and it won't count.
Only the joke was on him. Moments before the shot, it was waved. And once Bird found out, he was freaking out. But none of that mattered. Once the Celtics got the ball back, Bird was just as unfazed as the first time.
Goes now to Bird. Bird goes up top. A three-point field goal to Bird.
Wow, this was a man who refused to lose. Despite it all, the Bullets never let their foot off the gas. And in double overtime, the Celtics found themselves in a nearly identical situation, down 1 with 2 seconds remaining. That's when the entire world knew what was going to happen next. The ball was going in one man's hands, Larry Bird. One shot with the entire game up for grabs.
It's gonna go to Bird. He's got a shot. Get it! And it's got it. A three-point field goal. And that's that. It's all over.
Are you serious? This dude doesn't miss! Although, an even crazier story takes place in 2011, because Jason Terry might be the most confident person on the planet. When LeBron James signed with the Miami Heat, everybody thought the Big Three would be unstoppable. But not Jason Terry, because this dude wanted to win like no other. And to motivate himself, he went to the tattoo parlor and got a tattoo of the Larry O'Brien trophy.
I'm serious, baby. We're gonna win it all this year. Right here. I got a tattoo to prove it.
And at first, everyone thought he had lost his mind. But then something crazy started to happen. His plans started to work. See, Jason Terry and Dirk Nowitzki took the Mavericks all the way to the NBA Finals. But if they wanted to finish it off, they had to get past the ultimate test, the Miami Heat. Little did fans know, they were ready for all the smoke.
And the celebration will begin. The Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions. The first title in franchise history.
Come here, Jack! Come here, Jack! I love you, baby.
This man got a tattoo, and within a year, his team won an NBA championship. Who knew one tattoo could predict the future? However, I guarantee you that no one saw this next moment coming. See, on March 5th, 2024, the most unlikely hero emerged. His name was Dean Wade, and this dude was only averaging 5.4 points on the season until he suddenly decided to go ballistic.
93-71, Wade, that's a three.
That you're going to get through to the next round.
Wade bangs in a triple.
For down low.
Cut, Wade. Bullet feed, Garland kicked. Wade, is he feeling it? Oh yeah! Cavaliers trying to move a little closer. Again? Yes, sir!
The Cavs were down 22, and Dean Wade went into takeover mode. But none of it mattered, because if the Cavs didn't leave with a W, then it would have all been for nothing. That's when the Cavs put the ball in Wade's hands and sent up a prayer.
10 to shoot. Now it's Garland. Drive to the rim. Left hand, no. It's Dean Wade coming out of nowhere.
Speaking of which, the Spurs also sent up a prayer when they drafted Victor Wembanyama, and it ended up better than anyone saw coming. And if Wemby wins Defensive Player of the Year, it'll make him the first ever rookie to win the award. But even if he doesn't, he's already made the previous award winners look silly. Out of the last 9 players to win Defensive Player of the Year, none of them have more blocks and steals than Wemby. In fact, the last 4 winners aren't even close. See, Jaren Jackson had an unbelievable 2022-23 season. His 189 blocks and 65 steals adds up to a combined 254, which is significantly more than Giannis with 127, Marcus Smart with 137, and even Rudy Gobert with 230 combined steals and blocks. But this season, Wemby left them all in the dust. His stat lines read 252 blocks and 87 steals. Combined, that's a total of 339. And out of the past 20 seasons, Wemby's 252 blocks would have led the league 18 times, which is absolutely absurd because the number would be even higher if players weren't so scared to shoot against him.
Now he's back, didn't go all the way back to the other end of the floor. Goodwin works on the baseline, reverses it up and in.
But didn't see the Grizzlies 3-on-1. Victor here, by leaving the painted area, really makes it an easier task.
Could you imagine playing against this dude for the next 15 years? I definitely couldn't. Which reminds me, our top moment will blow you away. See, it's no secret that LeBron is old. He's 39 years old and already in his 21st season. For reference, there's only been 5 other players in NBA history to play 21 seasons: Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, Dirk Nowitzki, Robert Parrish, and Kevin Wills. But then there's LeBron. He's averaging about 8 points, 2 assists, and 1.9 rebounds this season. Actually, scratch that. These are just the stats from the 4th quarter. You could take that single quarter and it would still be the greatest 21st season in NBA history. But just for fun, here are LeBron's actual stats. Yeah, not even close. LeBron's in his 21st season and he still shows no signs of getting old. And on February 1st, 2024, LeBron accomplished something that no player has ever achieved.
Spins, gets inside. It's good. It's 40,000 for LeBron James, the NBA's all-time leading scorer, with another milestone as the legend of LeBron continues to grow.
Just last year, LeBron broke the NBA's all-time scoring leader, and only a year later, he scored his 40,000th point. We may never see something like that again, which is why there are over 8 billion people living on Earth, and only one player to ever score 40,000 points in the NBA.